The first impression from Eric is it's this quiet leadership of someone who's rooted in their own community, someone who isn't there to be in front of the cameras, who isn't there to have their own name in the papers, who probably is embarrassed by getting a video like this done about them, because he's really someone who leads by lifting up others along the way.
There's something inside him that drives him to also do this. And it's this drive that he has that shows the heart and the dedication that he has to serve the community.
The first time I met Eric Rodriguez, I think, was on the street corner of Foster and Pulaski in an abandoned bus turnaround that his organization, the Latino Union, had taken over while they were negotiating with the aldermen in the area to create a permanent worker center for day laborers that would be an alternative to the street corner. There was an abandoned piece of property right there that hadn't been used and wasn't being used. And it's the only time in the history of Chicago that day laborers in that area were off the streets, running their own hiring. There was a place for contractors to enter without disrupting traffic. And I walked into this parking lot. It was one of my first weeks in Chicago. And there was Eric facilitating a circle of workers, deciding, I think, the job distribution plan or what their next rally was going to be in the neighborhood.
One of the accomplishments that Eric has been able to do over the years as he's been working at Latino Union of Chicago is actually help found Cafe Chicago, which is actually being run by the jornaleros themselves. And so that's something that many people are actually always going to remember, and anytime you go purchase that coffee, then you're going to know that it was actually made through the hands of workers, which is very important. It's actually bringing light to those workers who are always been invisible for many years.
One key lesson I've learned from Eric, I think, is the combination of being able to be cool under fire and having patience for the long haul. When I saw the struggle of day laborers, I was outraged. I wanted change immediately. I wanted to throw up barricades. I wanted to tear down things because it's so outrageous, it's so terrible. Eric wanted the same thing, but knew that it was going to take a long time. He knew how to meet people where they're at, understand conditions the way they are, and see success happening in the distance and be able to run the marathon instead of the sprint of wanting it tomorrow.
One of the things that I have learned from Eric is that he observes a lot. He pays attention and then he responds. And it's through his observation that he gets a better grasp of what's going on and really thinks through what needs to happen. And so that's something good for a leader in our community because it shows that it's someone who understands and can really move on something, being strategic and being smart about it.
Eric means a lot to the Latino community, but also to every community, because he's chosen to do his work among humble workers based at the bottom of the economic ladder and of society today. And when you do your work from the bottom, whatever you achieve raises everyone with you. If you do your work at any other level, there's someone who's being left behind. And so Eric, choosing to do his work among day laborers, has won rights for all of us. It's improved all of our lives and raised all of our conditions.
Eric, for me, is a person, a Latino, full of energy, charisma, and intelligence. And that's very important for many of us who are doing this work because we always need someone that we can actually rely on and actually can look for support. And then we know that when we do reach out to Eric, he's going to be there, listen to us, but help us go through that process.
I would say that Eric is a voice for those who have been ignored, but more accurately, he's a bullhorn so that other people's voices can finally be heard.